Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Brandon Media Strategies. We are at session 12 of 16 sessions. This is the final session for the promotional product launch. As we know, when we get to phase 4, which is the final phase in these developments, I will not have a lecture on Tuesday. So all the assignments will be due on next week, Thursday. Tuesday is a work day. Get in late work, make your comments, do everything, get it all done, and maybe just sit back and relax and know you have it all taken care of. But I always want to generously leave that time so nobody is like, oh, I have to watch a half an hour recording and it takes up so much of my time. So I'm giving you your half an hour back. And with that half an hour, you can get 30 more minutes of wonderful graphic design work done. And I hope that's what you do. So let's jump on in, go through this, because like I said, I'm going to go through everything today. And, I'll just walk through everything for you and give you clues and tricks and tips. And we're going to do the blend and mock-up, and I'm going to work on my stand-up. I got a new idea. I'll talk to you about both my ideas. All right. Easy check, registration. I talk about this now every week. Registration is starting this week. Register early. As I've been saying, this spring is the last time that all four semester courses will be run at the same time. Starting in fall, we'll be doing 2. I believe it will be graphic design workshop and integrated design thinking will run in fall, and then digital media prep and portfolio assessment will run in spring, starting after this spring. So make sure you sign up for whatever classes you want, knowing that we're going to start staggering moving forward, and down the line that actually may happen with third semester courses as well. Just need to fill the classes a little bit more. That's all that is. It's a college thing. Nothing that it affects you if you don't sign up quickly. So you guys going to be open. It's like every other college, normal colleges run is if you don't sign up for the class soon enough and it fills, you just have to wait for the next time. It's a standard thing. I've been bumped around in colleges for a long time. Like I just know it, it's something. There used to be a more open umbrella of courses, but now they're going to start narrowing that down. Quick challenge. Cheat. I am giving you the option to cheat on this. Please cheat. All right. Use the internet. Recognize those words. I mean, recognize them. This is easy. What is serif in typography? If you can't hit B within 30 seconds, you got some knowledge to learn. Those are all words. All the words, there's 80, I think, total questions. You should know them all. Like you shouldn't even need to look them up. Case studies. Now I forget and I can't look. Case studies 1 through 17. Then there's 18 through 30 something. And then there's either another set or that's it. I think the book, we're getting down to closing out the book. Let's see. I'll do this. I have you. That way you kind of know in advance, eh? I think there's no book here. No book. 33. So just the case studies are left. So now with the case studies, let me talk about the case studies in case it's not clear for you, which it won't be for everybody. And I know who will have listened to this message. Case studies it's like, again, write something that jumped out at you, like which are your favorite 3. You don't have to like read them all, but like, oh, I really love like everybody's like, I like the Amazon one. Like a lot of them are like these the history of a logo, how they came up with it, how they built it. it's pretty interesting. Make sure you do that. Just pick a couple of them. Tell me about a couple. 50 words on each one. Don't stress about it. We know that every designer needs to know. This is 12 of 15 that you'll be creating. Exploring Media D. This is the final in the media series that you'll be working on. And you will be done with these for media. And then we are on our final for Project C. And this is just getting everything buttoned up and looking beautiful. So speaking of that, let's talk about a couple of these lessons, these tricks and tips. And I'm going to start with smart mockups because we're going to be mocking up on your for your presentations. Now, I get a lot of mockups, and it's a crapshoot. One, your mockup, if you're mocking something up for a store, it should be in a store setting. If you're mocking something up, and I'm not kidding you, this is what I got here, and I'll tell you why it's wrong. Lollapalooza is a concert series that here it said Chicago, United States. But yet this person decided to put their poster in Florida with palm trees covering the top half, clearly covering the top half of the poster, making it impossible to read, and then setting it in a situation where it doesn't live. Here, the poster is in a city. It looks like it's in Chicago. It looks like where it should be. And that goes across the board. If you do, when you mock it up to make it look like it's a real item, if you have at your house an empty frame on the floor on a white wall, maybe that's how you live. But I really don't know of anybody I know that does that. And then so why would you show your poster on the floor? Wouldn't you show it at the venue? And then so we have a stand-up. Make sure you mock up your stand-up in a Walgreens. There's pictures of everything in the world now. You can find something on, what's the Google Images? I forget what Google Images is called. Find a mock-up. I even sometimes the pamphlets when we're like, mock up your flyers, and you guys put the flyers on that yellow plain background. I'm like, it'd be cool if you put it on a table. Make it look like it sells the product. It makes it look so much more real when it's it looks like you could grab one rather than it's a cool monochromatic. I'm done with the monochromatic background. That's just me personally. You see that all the time, the monochromatic where it's a flat teal, and then it has the business cards laid out next to this, and it's a little grid. I've seen that a lot too. I think just a nice mock-up where you fool the client into thinking it's already printed wins over just these flat nothing mock-ups. I hope that makes sense. It's just you have this power within you to manipulate texts and images and colors. Why wouldn't you use that? And then so when you show them your mock-up, you make it look so real that they're like, was that done? I used to do that. That's why this is important to me. I used to do that. I used to make 3D environments, mock them up to the point with people that they'd be they would take pictures and then place it next to mine, and I could show them. Here it is built. Here's what we showed you in rendering as proof, and then we'd use that for further clients. This is what we rendered. This is the way the design came out, and if you match them up, they're exact. I could make things look so real that people thought they were real, and it was just part of the job. And that wasn't my full-time job. That was just the side part of when you finished a project, you're okay, let's mock it up. Let's blow their minds. Let's show them. I did once I had to do, which airport? To Vancouver? I think I did Vancouver International Airport. Visa did a sponsorship there, into which they bought out like a majority of the signage at Visa credit cards. It was like a platinum card or something. It was black. It was black and it's cool. We went there. They flew me to the airport. I went around and I took pictures of every area. Then I did the designs. We got the sizing for every banner, every billboard, every banner, every sign. We gave them flat files, and then we placed all the images into all the photographs we had taken, so they knew exactly how it was going to look like on location. It was all part of the job. You sell it. You got to sell it. So when you're doing these, I know everybody's like, oh, I got to get it done. Got to get it done. But sometimes it's like, stop for a second, be like, can I get it done but better? What's the next step up in my life of improvement? And instead of just finding this mock-up and being like, I perfectly mocked it up, then doing this mock-up, we're like, cool, it looks like it's in the city. I'm proud to show that to other people. So do not use lame or uninspired mock-up templates. See if you can do better. Do better in life. It's fun. I love the challenge. We got a whole, I know you guys probably don't care, but I do that with your assignments. I have a whole new set. I'm changing art history. I'm keeping the base assignments. It's becoming 16 weeks, and I'm adding in 2 more assignments that are assignment challenges that you're restricted on what you get to do, but then everybody has to do a design with the restricted elements, and then we're going to share them to see what can you do if you're only given these things, and everybody's given the same stuff. That's one of them. I'm so excited to start writing those, and it's just to push you guys. So I'm always developing, what can I do better to help students better understand how to do design, situational design, all this kind of stuff. So I'm always changing, as should you. You should be changing, and instead of doing lame mock-ups, you change and you start doing smart mock-ups. All right, blend it in. So this goes with the artifacts that I shared last class. And artifacting is that you did a really poor job cutting it out and it leaves an artifact. But I also want to talk about going the next step and blending it in. And what do I mean by that? So I got this Yeti. That was the original Yeti. I clipped it out. And when we clip it out, we put it on a black background. But you see how it kind of it's glowing and it's not real great? See that? All I did was went in the Photoshop and added what is called an inner glow to bring black in from the edges, because that's the atmosphere it's in. And then so it just softens this and makes it feel like part of the image, where here's this jarring edge. Now I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about, how do I make this analogy to the students that they understand? You have 3 different programs. All are viable in different ways, and each one has its key learning. Illustrator, single page, illustrative, single page designs, development of icons or illustrations, Illustrator. InDesign, anything more than 2 pages, heavy text, body copy, repeatable, highly repeatable design, InDesign. Photoshop, fixing photos, adjusting images. I don't use it a lot. I am not a Photoshopper, but I know when I need to pull that tool out of my pocket to make things perfect. So if I were to cut this out and I put it on a background, I would be like, nope, go back, blend it so it looks better. I need to pull that out of my wheelhouse. We're not, again, this is that next step, that making things one step better, one step greater than it was. This is a C. This is an B. An A would be even more like, you know, like if I give you grading. Here's the same thing on red. And all I did is just kind of blend it in. It softened the edge, but the atmosphere of it, it looks like it's kind of got red coming into it. It's got that atmosphere. And it's the same thing. So I just did inner glow, normal. You play with the opacity, you play with the color. Like this is the background color. You play with the opacity, you play with the size. Those are the main ones. So this is 72 black 16. This is 100. Oh, I have it clicked on the wrong. I can't click on it. I have it showing the wrong one. But it would just be red. It'd probably be normal red. And then you just adjust those. Huh? I've been using that slide for years. Huh? Didn't know it was wrong. But that's it. And so you have to know when you're working on something and you're like, I clipped it out because I want to put it in InDesign, and you use InDesign to clip it out or Illustrator to clip it out and it's not looking right, then just open that image in Photoshop and do what you need to do to make it look perfect. Make it look great. Take that time. So photos are for adjusting. Photoshop is for adjusting photos and images. Use it for that purpose. I know there are instructors here, Chris Brzezinski, and I talk about this all the time. He's like, students don't like to design in Photoshop. And I tell him, like, I don't tell them to design in Photoshop ever. I tell them Photoshop is for photos. There is a time and place where you can design into Photoshop, especially a lot of it stems down to online stuff. They want images over like vector-based, like for websites. I would convert stuff. I would take my Illustrator file and convert it to a JPEG or whatever. But sometimes Photoshop is easier when dealing with that. I don't teach a lot of that design for the internet, so I don't care. And then I'd find my way around it. Or I would do a lot of my design in Illustrator, then copy and paste it into Photoshop, because I want my problem with Photoshop is the editability of typography. And it seems like it works well, but with their layer system, it's not smooth for me. Like, and that's a personal preference. But know where to use which program and when to just stop and be like, oh, I should go back and look. I mean, look at these. Look at the blended bottles compared to the unblended bottles and what a difference that makes. And PSD files, you save a PSD file. I work with PSD files. If I make a Photoshop adjustment, I keep my layers, save the PSD, and I bring the PSD into the Illustrator or InDesign. And then if I need to make an adjustment, I pulled the black in too far, I just go adjust it and it auto updates. You got to remember, like, all those things that it does for you, because I feel like we're all working against the clock. We're all working against time. But if you work smarter, it'll be better. All right, we got this. All right, what's up here? All right. Oh, I'm going to redo this right after class and make this look better. I'm going to have it match the other ones. We are in the final. Stand up, billboard, media post, website over there. I've talked about the billboard several times. The billboard is simple, not a lot of words. People read it while driving, not a lot of imagery. Like, it should be bold. It should be a billboard. A billboard is like a shock of information. Boom, I need to read it. I need to glance at it within 5 seconds and read it. I want to look at it while I'm driving and turn away and get all the information. If I have to stare at it and swerve off the road, the billboard's not effective. Unique stand-up. Let's dig into this one. Boop, 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 boop. I'll do Illustrator. Let me just check. I need to download I need this. I came in flying. I got a meeting during our class today, so I'm recording this at 8 in the morning. So I wasn't 100% prepared because then Chris comes in and uses this room, and I was like, I gotta burn. I gotta get this recorded for you guys. All right. I'll tell you my 2 ideas. I think I'm gonna go with my second one because it came to me in a flash, and then so this is why. Again, we talk about this and like rush to get it done. If you have a better idea, do the better idea. So I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to go to inches. I'm going to go to 36 wide, 36 feet, 36 inches wide, which is 3 feet. And I'm going to go to 72 tall, which is 6 feet tall. If I do the bleed on it, the bleed's got to be like 3 inches. Create. It's too big. The 3 inches is too much, but okay, let's get. Oh no, didn't keep any of my information. I updated this morning. These just updated. Now my panels are all wrong. Hide bar, layers over here. Oh, this is a dumb one. Give me 1 second. That's still wrong. I have to throw away like 50% of these. Okay, like my layers over there, properties over there. I don't use libraries. I got to fix my tools. Now this is the stuff. I'm in the middle of a presentation. I'm not going to fix it. But when I go home, no, I think I already fixed mine at home, or it remembered mine. I think I'm on the new one at home. Well, whatever. I would take the 5 minutes, clear my mind, and be like, I'm resetting this to the way I need it to work for me before I continue to move on. Settings general. Let's make sure show tooltips is turned off. Use Japanese crop marks. And now I have to go through and redo everything. It's a new update. How dumb is that? Rulers aren't on. I'm going to split this down the middle. Uh, 18. There we go. Oh, it's stuck. Why did I try to do it? Center. All right. So layer 1 is going to be called green. Layer 2 is going to be bottles. And then layer 3 will be logo burst. I'm going to go home. I'm going to open up this guy. They update all this. I'm very excited to see some updates. Let's grab the logo burst. What are those comments? Why do all these new ones keep opening? I'm going to copy and go here, logo burst, paste. I'm going to go to free transform because it's got a bunch of items. I'm going to hold down shift. Remember, always hold down shift. There it shows, bottom of my page. And I'm going to make, right at this point, I'm going to make this big. And I'm giving it some room. It's not at the full. Then I'm going to go here. For green, it's a Photoshop image. So I'm going to go File, Place. And I'm going to go Place from Adobe Cloud because I have it on the cloud. And then I'm going to go to 142. I'm going to go to Dr. Bronner's. And I want this one. And I'm going to Place. Oh, I have all those. All right. All I want is that green right now. So I'm going to pull my color all the way to the bleed and just do a color pop. Pink. There you go. Okay, so that's so far off. I'm going to color match it. It's crazy green. Let's see if I can get a CMYK equivalent. Came over here. 68,100. Easy enough. There we go. There we go. See how quick that was? I went to the photo, color shot it. All this stuff is quick. And then I want to do the bottles. I'm going to place the bottles in. So I'm going to go to bottles, file, place. I want the bottles, and I just have these on the computer, over the carton. I just like them better. I use the carton. It's not like a, oh, I got to get the cutout ones. This is a problem with Adobe, is place from cloud. I have the cutouts, but I don't, you know. Every time, I don't know how to select more than one. Because it says one selected, but shouldn't you be able to select more than one? How to select more than one image from Photoshop Clouds on Mac. To select multiple, hold down the Command key and click. Command key. Nope, still not working. All right. So the problem is place. And then I got to click off of it. File, place. If I figure it out, I'm only going to do 3. I don't want to waste your time. I'll do 4. 4 will get us the idea. I'll just repeat them. I would do it properly. You know, I would come back, and because there's only 8. Nope, I'm not gonna show. Please do it right. If you're gonna do it right, hey? They'll watch me do this. This one's bigger. Gotta make sure I adjust that. Oh, it may actually help. That might be fun. That might be a fun part. So the other idea I was gonna do, I'll talk about it as I do this. I was thinking about a person holding the sign. Like there'd be a person holding the sign up at their chest. There used to be a video, like it was a very popular like Bob Dylan video where he like went through these cards and it said the words, and then In Excess did it. And then it's kind of like a popular meme before they were memes, I guess is the best way to say it. So I was going to do that. I was having a little bit of a hard time like finding the perfect image. And then driving in today, I like kind of like pictured this, and then something in my head was like stacked bottles, and it like changed. I was like, wait, yeah, let's do stacked bottles. So, but I want them fun. So I'm getting them approximately the same size. And then, so I'm going to take all of these. Let's rotate them on their side. Woo! I don't want to size them. And then I figure out like how big do I want one bottle. And I want them just maybe a little bit bigger. So I'm just selecting all. Like I don't want it to full because I want to like ladder them up. And then like there's this one. And then each one's going to swap. So then we'll do this, and I'll just maybe have this one come to here. And then we'll do the green one. The green will come in. And then we'll do an orange one. And actually, you know, the fun part about this is actually, I think I would die cut this then. So it looked like stacks of bottles. And then oh my God. Now this is just working out just fantastically. Kind of get that one centered. And then this bottle isn't needed because this bottle's right there. I will grab my logo, push it up to the top. I will grab my bottles. Why is it grabbing high? Well, does that seem extra big? And I'm going to make sure that they come down to the height of the sign. And I'm going to make sure it touches the bottom of the page. I kind of want to push them over. Like I want it centered, but not centered, and I don't want them perfect. The way they're set, they have a shadow kind of already built. And then I create a die line. How do you create a die line? I just have to go around and trace it. I take one of the colors, one of the key colors that we use. The die line it's either magenta or it's blue. And then you just go around with your pen tool. And then you trace it. We show you for a couple minutes here. You know what? It didn't keep my corners. God dang it. Okay, check everything. Scale corners. Scale strokes and effects. It's like it's looking kind of weird. It wasn't as smooth, right? Delete. Okay, there we go. That's correct. Let's go a little bit under. I'm looking from here to here. Is it centered? I can't center it because I have an image that pops out over there. All right. Then, now I can go here. So about my pen tool, get a pen. And I'm just going to go around and I'm going to make my die line, which is just going around it. And this is part of your job. You did this in packaging. This is just a big package. And you just put on your movie and you go around and you trace the edges so they know where it's going to be die cut. And this you do not need to watch me do. There's smart ways to do it, especially in this one. I probably could do a bottle, outline a bottle, a single bottle perfectly, and then repeat it, and then join them. Does that make sense to everybody? So if I outline one bottle and I place the outline and then join them, then I wouldn't be tracing every part of the bottle. So, and then there you go. And then you have your die line, which it doesn't popping off of there, but there we go. So there's my stand up. It's 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide. It's a fun thing of bottles, and at the top it says what's going on. Super smart and simple. Like I said, I was gonna have a person holding a sign. I couldn't find one that wasn't super protesty. It would be something where I'd say we want to hire a model, and then we'd do a drawing of it first. We'd do a drawing and then show them the drawing, and then they approve a drawing, because then you have to you can't just tell them you want to shoot a model because it's extra costs. So you would do a drawing, you'd have somebody render it, you'd hire an illustrator if you couldn't. You'd be like, this is what we want. Can you do this? They'd draw it up, or you'd mock it up the best you could and then just say, like, we need to hire somebody. This is just a photo montage. It won't work for 6 feet tall. So cool. That's mine. Let's do a file. Save as. Save the cloud documents. Dr. B stand up underscore FA25. Your files 142. Save. There you go. I always want you guys to know you can reach out to me however you need to. If you have questions, comments, concerns, again, as I say every time, you shouldn't. If you ever question anything about this course, how it's run, what's going on, what you need to do, you just reach out to me. You know your grades, you know everything that's happening. If there's something, we're almost done, but if there's something there and you're like, I never understood this the whole time, you need to come and talk to me. I'll say it's a problem with these online courses is you're not in the class and nobody talks and you're too shy. You got to write me. You got to reach out. I can't. There's only so much reaching out I can do with the courses, but you just know I'm here for you. I'll drop everything to meet with you if you're having troubles, comments, concerns. But don't tell me at the end of the semester, what can I do to finish all my work? That's a whole different story. And that's brought on that, we have that discussion on the first 3 weeks where things close out, and this is a professional design school, not I just do stuff when I want and hopefully you'll pass me. So, all right. Let me know what you guys need. No lecture on Tuesday. It's a work day, but I'm around. I'm here. I will be in the building. It's not like I'm going to be at a bar drinking a beer because there's no lecture. I will be here on Tuesday during that time. Feel free to chat with me. Like, that's a perfect time. Like, oh, he's free. I got an hour free that day. Come on in and talk to me. I'll be grading. So let me know what you need. All right. Signing off for session 12, product promotion, phase 4. There's no lecture on Tuesday. Take care. Thank you and goodbye.